Hello, I'm gonna try to showcase how you can use the helper brushes, a bit how they work and how to making ramps and loops much easier with this. So let's start off in the generator. Let's generate a pipe. So I'm gonna generate 768 for this size. Keep this cross section at that, doesn't really matter. And this one can be changed later on. Slices doesn't really matter either. Or you should probably keep default. I mean, you can use different numbers for some cases, but probably not going to use much. We're going to generate non-overlapping brushes, that's the main one. I'm going to showcase how you can use overlapping brushes to make two-way loops, and slinger shingles is used to make curves just. And with the helper brushes, you don't need to care which one of these you generate actually. You can use either one. Though if you generate square, you have to use a top helper brush in loops. So triangular may be easier, but I'm going to use square to showcase, but you can use either. So let's generate for, I normally name my and save them so I don't have to generate every time. As you can see I have a lot named, so let's just take and rename this. Generate that, generate overlapping, swirl. To generate shingles to showcase, I could showcase a trick to make curved walls function a bit better too, and I generate this one. And you can use any radius really with the helper brushes. I haven't really tried something this small, but this doesn't really work well at all for ramps or something. Speed doesn't translate weight with something that small, and if you want to work with something super big, it may function a bit different, I'm not sure. Let's go into Radiant here. I got this second Radiant open here to easily access this. I don't have to switch map. Open this. The first thing you do with this is make a group and detail. So make sure I always detail. Then I save it since I could keep this saved. Now you can just copy this over here. Oh, I got some remains over in this map. Let's delete that. Or rather, let's make a new map. Scale this, and then we open the. Let's start off with showing how to use shingles because it's the best one to use. Take this, same as before. Make group, detail, save, select all, copy, paste here, make it so like that, and then we turn this into select. Hide this. I want to. This are called, but I use my own command set. Okay. So let's showcase with a loop. Let's take this, and I think it's like that. Yeah. Just make a loop like this. Oh, got this. So if I'm just take these shingles normally and paste them around there, it's not gonna work. It's just gonna get stuck on this point. So, but with the helper brush we can avoid that problem. Okay, let's take this. Forgot. Is that? Yeah, I get them in correct position if I have to flip them upside down and move them into place. Move them out a bit. So like this. This would normally get stuck. I got these in correct direction. Yeah. So if you go up here, normally you get stuck here. But here we can showcase how you can use a helper brush to avoid that. So you take this and just make a brush here. Now for how big this should be, you should look at, there's the center part, there's the first shingle, there's the second shingle. You want this brush to cover the second shingle fully, but just as precisely as it does. Shingles will always be in the size of one unit, so you can always move this line. For this size of it's very easy, it's just 1, 2, 3, 4 sized. It should be an 8 unit thick. So I could just have it so I can have it go through, it doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter how far down or up, I just need it to cover this area. And if you go up this, it won't get stuck anymore. You don't really go into, if you really feel careful, you may notice that it feels slightly as you go up straight for a bit, but you don't notice it. Speed doesn't change anything. It works perfectly fine. So let's continue and put the shingles on the rest of the loop. Let's see, I should do it like that. So yeah, that means I have this correctly. I can, oh, that's not correct direction. And here is a weird radiant glitch. You can see I don't really have something. Very funny. If I move, it goes away. Not sure why. And take this now, right, for showcase the top. As you see right now, I got a stuck there because I used the top square. I used this top square. If you do top triangular instead, then this, find that one would instead look like, if I would do, that would be the same as that. But with this, if you keep it like that, you can do it, and you can just take a helper brush and place it on top as well. So for this one, all you need to do is really cover the top one so you don't have that stuck, so you can't hit that thing. You don't need to keep the same size rules as that one. Now you want to take this, and for the landing side you want to do the same. So I just mirror this. Let's see if I find the correct button and place it. I did not find the correct button. It's that one. So that covers the same shingles. I don't have the bottom ones placed yet. So it covers the same. Similar thing, that thing could be stuck otherwise, but this goes over it and it covers both of these. So right, with this loop will function perfectly in one direction like this. So if you instead, let's save this. Instead want to do a two-directional loop. Let's remove these shingles just. Let's go over here and take the overlapping brushes I did. First let's turn them into group and detail. Save, copy, paste, and just, oh. And with this we now got a two-way functioning loop, though I forgot to make the full size of it. So and then turn those into slick as well. So with this loop will now function as both sides. The problem with overlapping and why you shouldn't use this unless you need it to work in both directions is that at higher speed this starts to glitch. At around 2k speed this won't function. It will start not functioning properly. That speed, if you look at the loop, you won't do that if you're going at the loop correctly, but if you look forwards it will get stuck somewhere and you will see stucks. If you go at even higher speed you will start getting stuck even if you try doing it correct. So be careful about using overlapping. So another thing that can cause a lot of trouble. Oh, let's go and save this as well. Let's delete this. Oh, another thing that can be a problem when doing, which basically is the same thing. If you have a ramp and you want it to go up a straight wall like this, and you want to, if you try to go up this wall you will get stuck. If you make some slight changes to this you can make it so it works going up, but you can't fall down and hit this instead, which can be a problem. The one thing you can do is of course extend this instead. But now if you go up this, you get stuck along the wall and can't move out from it. So it's all a bit of a problem otherwise. But this way you can use this, you can other place, if I take shingles as well, for this. Oh, I took the wrong size. I was wondering why it didn't work. Did I take the wrong size of the pipe? I probably did. Oh, I took the wrong size. Doesn't matter. I can use that to this size instead. I think this was not turned into group details. Save. That fits better. So what you can do here to make this work is either use the helping brush technique here as well. Just push it out so it covers that. Place a brush. This down now, you know, it's decently noticeable outside. So what you can do, right, like this, it's a bit outside. So what you can do instead is take this normal wall and push it outside, or you can take this loop and push it inside with the same rules, like that. All these tricks make this work perfectly for going up and down. And using these two tricks you can make these kind of simple loops and pipes much easier functioning for maps. One final trick you can cover is if in case you want to use curved walls for a bit of easy. Just pick a curve instead, whatever. I can use it here as well. So if you have, it's just for showcase, sometimes if I make it like wall like that, if you go along this wall, let's just put something different, it should be slick, but if you go along this wall you can and face it, you can get stuck here. So what you can do is extend, it's basically similar to before, but just cover the first, something like this will now make you no longer get stuck. I haven't tested this perfectly, but I think this should work in all cases. We're just covering the first of the shingles. But yeah, these small little tricks with the use of can make very easy generate just pipes and cylinders. You can use these tricks to making loops and pipes much easier functioning. So hope it helps.